What's up, y'all? It is Wednesday and we are back with yet another Hump Day video. And on today's Hump Day video, we're going to talk about more kinks. Yay! Today's kink is a little less weird than incest, maybe, and slightly less common, sort of. We're going to be talking about necrophilia. Awesome. So necrophilia is an obsession or attraction to non-living creatures, and hey, would you look at that, there's an anime for that. So today we're going to delve into what it means to have a fetish for dead women in today's Hump Day anime, Sankarea. Sankarea is about a young man who has a fetish for dead girls, and he wants to live with one, he wants to marry one, he wants to do all that other stuff that you would normally do with a dead girl. But alas, it's not quite possible because dead girls can't live again, right? Wrong, because somehow he comes up with this super special recipe that can turn non-living creatures back into living creatures. Partially, they're zombies. But he doesn't have anybody to test this on. But then enter in this young, gorgeous, beautiful, almost perfect young lady that he goes to school with, who has a creepy, overprotective pedo dad that likes to make her do weird things and makes her feel like dying. Then she does die because he kills her by trying to parent her way too hard. But before she dies, she gets some of the main character's super special relive juice, and now she's part dead. So a zombie? Yeah, a zombie. Exactly what he wanted, right? A half-dead girl that's absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, even though she's half-dead, and has a thing for him because he kind of saved her from living a terrible life that she didn't want to live. Now, the plot thickens a lot, and I really wish that this show had gotten a second season, because I would not mind at all seeing more of this show and seeing more of the plot develop and just seeing more of these two characters interact, as well as the problems and concerns that come with having a half-dead girl that you'll have to watch the show to figure out, because most people think, oh, she's half-dead, whatever, it's not even a big deal, bro. But they actually find a way to make it a big deal and put a problem in there, and I really like the way they inserted the problem, and I like the way that they're trying to solve the problem, as well as the way that the characters interact in dealing with this problem. So it's got a really nice story behind it. Now, this show has a really nice color palette for the type of story that it tells, being that most of the story takes place at night, and when it's at night, it almost feels like it has a glow to it, like every scene has a backdrop of white air, you know what I'm saying? It's really weird, and I'm not sure how they made it happen like that for the color palette, but they did a fantastic job, and it looks really nice and crisp. The characters in this show feel and look very proportional and very well drawn out, and the main girl looks absolutely stunning. Like, I know it's weird to say, oh man, this 2D girl that some dude drew looks really good, but like when you see her, she looks weighted in a sense. Like, she doesn't look like a flat 2D motion moving around. She looks like she has weight, and she looks like a like they have the structure of the character animated proportionally. Now, the ecchi in this show is absolutely perfect. You have the busty best friend that always wears skimpy clothes. You have the gorgeous love interest that has a really nice body, and then you have the main character that has a fetish. Well, I don't want to call it a fetish because that's disrespectful. He has a thing for the gorgeous girl that they both kind of have a mutual attraction to each other, and he really wants to be respectful of her, so he doesn't horn dog all over her, but he definitely doesn't mind catching her in some situations, and she doesn't mind being caught in some of those situations. So it makes for a really bang up dynamic between the two characters. The ecchi in this show is pretty adult for an anime, and you couple that with a really good plot and some fantastic pacing, and you indeed do have a good bang up show on your hands. So I want to tell you guys to go watch Sankarea, because I think it's actually really good, and aside from the ecchi backdrop that there might be in it, it's actually really good. Like, the plot is good, the characters feel nice, and overall just the show takes a turn that nobody really expects it to take, as well as the fact that I feel like they handled the whole supernatural zombie thing fairly well, because they didn't just make it like High School of the Dead where it's like, oh, they're a zombie so they're mindless, and it isn't handled like, is this a zombie, where dude's a zombie, but it's like comedic zombie. So for sure I would tell you check out Sankarea if you like a mix between the two of those shows. Yeah, that's going to do it for me on this Hump Day, y'all. I'm going to come back at y'all next week with a super duper doper ecchi show, because so far I've been leading y'all down this little path where I give y'all like one bang up ecchi and then like two shows that are like sort of ecchi but have pretty decent plot. So I think I'm going to keep up with that, and next week I'm going to drop some super crazy ecchi show, and then the 2 weeks after that I'm going to go ahead and drop 2 mildly ecchi shows. Something similar to that. I kind of like the format of doing it that way. That way I don't look like a complete horn dog all over the internet. So that's it for me, y'all. I will see y'all in Friday's video, and in Monday's video, and in Wednesday's video, and in Friday's video. Y'all know how it goes. Alright, y'all. Peace. I'm out.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. You claiming that you with it, but nah, you ain't with it, dawg. Yeah. Yes, I'm committed. You want me to stop, but I never quit it, dawg. Hey. And I don't need nobody. Hey. But I want somebody. They all hate 'cause I'm all in, and that's why I'm about whatever, man. Spending money like it's gonna last forever, man. We living life 'cause we